Welcome. In this video, we are going to look at how to like hide or unhide columns, freezing panes, and splitting windows. So these are usually used. You might have some data that is big in Excel, so you want to view certain parts of it or hide certain parts of it or split the view or freeze some panes so that you can be able to see or enter the data easily. So let's just go to the computer and see how to do this. So we are here. We've completed the other things. You can always go back and check. So let me just create a new sheet here and let's see. So I'll just copy some data from here. Let me just copy and then I bring it there. Copy, yep, copy. Then I'll just paste here. Okay, and let's increase this so you can see. Just just this is small, but then it's just to illustrate so that we don't go out. I'll just double click to open up everything, so that's fine. Now you might decide to want to hide a certain column or some piece of information before maybe sending this report. So the first thing is how to hide columns and rows. So let's just go here. Let's say we wanted to hide the salaries here. So we just need to right click and then we go to hide and then we hide. So with this now, the salary column is not visible here. And if we want to unhide it, we can just right click here and then we unhide and then we have it here. So remember, it's just the person viewing this report can always unhide it, but most of the time you are just hiding it mostly for the communication purpose. Maybe for example, we just wanted to know the names against the salaries. So let's just say we select all of these, we hide with this and we hide, maybe this we hide. So the information is just that this is Peter, this is salary, this is James, this is salary. So it's just to improve. Still remember, one of the soft skills is communication. So it's just to be able to pass the message across. It's a communication skill. So it's not like hiding it completely and somebody can't just right click and maybe unhide and see, select, right click and unhide and see. So just be sure that that's the case. Now another thing is moving like this. Maybe we want to enter some data at the end here. So we remember there is a name, and then let me just say from this end here, remember that from this end we want to enter some data. We might say that, okay, there is maybe Grace here, and then maybe there is a date, we know, but now there is a date. So if, for example, you want to enter this, maybe so something like that. So you might not be recalling if this column is maybe for the salary or for a big table. It might be confusing. There is a date here, there is a date here, you don't know which one here. So that's why you want to freeze these panes so that just this one doesn't move. Whenever you scroll down, this first row should remain with the name, the date of birth, and so that you can easily go up and down. And then maybe you might be interested in, let me unhide this, you might be interested in the customer code staying there and then the name staying there. So let me just show you how to freeze panes. So you go to view, you go to freeze, and if you see here, the first one says keep rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls. So it's like you keep these rows and the column visible while the rest scrolls. So I'll just show you. This is what people mostly use. So remember, this is the column, the row you want to keep, and maybe the column you want to keep. So you come here, it's like the elbow angle 90 here, you click here and then you go to freeze panes. So now when you scroll down, you see the name is there, so I could know, okay, I'm filling the name here, what I'm filling is the date of birth here, I'm filling this, and then I'm filling the recruitment date. So if I go back up, you see this, you're frozen this pane, so it stays there, and you can always go up and down, and you know which column you're on. Now you could also move this way. You want to go this way and maybe add other details to the right, so you would see that I know, okay, I'm on this customer code, and maybe I had to add other things here, other information on the right. So you're freezing now. This, you see this one freezes the first row and the column, same as you could have chosen this second one, which was just to freeze the top row, just the top row, or to freeze just the first column. So let me go back now and show you how to unfreeze. So if you go here, you click on the pane here, you go to unfreeze. So now once you've clicked on unfreeze, you see it's asking you if you want to freeze again. It means it's gone. So when you go down, the header disappears, and when you go to the right, you see you don't get this information. So let's say you wanted to freeze just this, so you would be choosing, you come to freeze, go here, and then you see you're frozen just the top. And if you move this way, this one moves away. Same as you could also freeze just this first column. So again, you go to freeze, go to unfreeze first. Now everything is unfrozen. Now you go to here, freeze first column, and then maybe you move this way. You see it is frozen, and then other things can change, but this one doesn't change. So this would help you to be able to view some large volumes of data by freezing and looking at certain parts, unfreezing and looking at other parts, and being able to hide and also unhide columns. So another thing you might want to look at is how to maybe split. So if you go to split, you see you could also split this, and then you're able to work like that with different parts. So this can also help you to look at your documents if you have large volumes of data, look at certain parts based on your use case. So just play with this, practice with this, and you'll be able to, it will help you to be able to view especially data that is large. So let me go here, and then now if I go to arrange all, then I say maybe maybe vertical, I click on OK. So now what does it do? It arranges all the workbooks that I have, and you see I have this workbook called First Excel, and this other one called Book 2. So now I'm able to maybe look side by side, maybe the days. If I wanted to take something from here, I'll look at it, then I look at it here. So you're able to arrange your sheets like this to see what is happening on this side and what's happening on the other side. So remember, you just go to arrange all, and it's going to do that for you. Now let me do something. Let me close this one. So I'm going to close it, and then we just have one file. This is just this file. Now there is something here which you can watch. This is called First Excel. Now when you click on new window, you see you have First Excel 2. So in reality, there are two files. The file has been duplicated. So if you click here, you see there is First Excel 1, and if you click here, there is First Excel 2. So this is very helpful. Let me just show you an example how it can be helpful. So let us go to here. Let's say I'll just create a sheet here, and then I'll say maybe I'll just put something here, maybe month. And then I'm going to put, let me increase this, zoom in. Then I'm going to put maybe name, James. Then I'll just put salary, 1,000. Okay. Now, if for example we wanted to calculate maybe the yearly pay, in another sheet, so this has to reference this sheet to get it here. So let me just put the same thing, name and salary, and then I would now multiply by 12 to be able to get the yearly salary, just to illustrate how that can be helpful when you split the window to Excel1, Excel2. So now here we have this James again. I'm going to put it here, James. Now this yearly salary would be equal to, you can do an equal sign, and we are going to get to formula, but then equal to, you go to the month sheet, and then you get the 1,000, and then you multiply by times maybe 12. So enter. So you see it's 12,000. So on the monthly sheet, these are the salaries of your people here, like this. And then on the yearly sheet, this is what you expect to pay at the end of the year. So imagine that maybe this month one, I'll move it right to the first here. So month one is right here, and the year is right at this end. So if you want to simulate something, let's say you want to change the salary of James to maybe 3,000, and you want to see what the yearly salary would be. It means you always need to move from here, click here, and check here before you see it's 36,000. So maybe you change it again to 10,000. So you're on the same sheet, and you're toggling between those. You're on the same workbook, and you're toggling between these different sheets. So the easy way to do it is, as you've splitted this like this to Excel1, Excel2, you now arrange all, maybe vertically like we did. So now you have the two. There's the Excel1 here, and there's the Excel2 here. So when you come now, the month can be open here, while on this side, the year is open here for you to see. So I'm going to zoom in for you to see that. So if, for example, I want to see what is the impact on yearly salary if I give James maybe 4,000. You see, immediately I see it here without necessarily toggling from here to here to see. It takes a lot of time. So I'm able to access the same sheet, same workbook, and work with two separate sheets at the same time. This is very interesting. And if you have like two screens or so, this could be your screen 1, this could be your screen 2, and while you're changing anything here, you immediately see the impact here. So you can take this use case to any use case you want, but it's really interesting. And at the end, you just need to close any one of them, and the other one would remain with the data. So I'll just close any one, even the one, I just close it. So then this one now takes the name first Excel. There's no 1, there's no 2, and you see the yearly salary is still there, 108. So if you go back to the month again, everything is just saved here. So if I put 1,000 again, and then I come back to this end, I get 12,000. So again, that's it. You just need to split, new window, the new is created. Then you go back here again, you go to your arrange all. It could be horizontal, it could be anyhow you want, or one is up, one is down, but I always prefer the vertical. Depends on the use case. And then you have it. Here is this one here, and here is this one. There is the month, and on this side, here is the year. So you can always play with this, and you get the results here. So I hope you've been able to see how to play with large volumes of data in Excel, being able to hide and unhide columns or rows, to freeze and unfreeze panes so that you can see certain parts and not see certain parts, focus on them, and also being able to split windows and arrange windows to be able to work with the same workbook with the multiple splits, or work with two or three or more worksheets and be able to look at them at the same time and collect and compare the data. So hope you enjoyed this video. See you next video. Wish you good data luck.